Hey guys, it's Adam from BB Barbecue and Pits. Welcome back to my channel. I've got a cool product review for you today. I've got a box of goodies from my buddy Eric at Pimp My Grill. We're going to test out this new product. I'm excited. We're going to see how it does. Alright, so let's open this thing up. See what we got inside. Cool deal. There it is. Pimp My Grill. Let's see what we got in here. And he sent me this cool blacked out American flag emblem. If you haven't seen these, check these out for your grill. Just a little bit of a customization thing. It's pretty sweet. There she is. Take a look in here. So we've got he sent me a smokestack, which is really cool for the grill, and then I actually bought the 3-rack system. Just to let you guys know, I'm going to give you a true and honest review. Since I bought that, he knew that I was going to do a cool video, and he sent me the smokestack and then the cool emblem. So we're going to load this thing down with some ribs today. So let's get this out of the box. I've got the Green Mountain cleaned up and ready to go. Alright, so we've got all of the things unpacked. I've got the racks unpacked. This is the left hand side holder that's going to go in the side here to hold the racks. I'm going to adjust this bolt here to make it snap in. So awesome YouTube videos about how to install these. So I'm actually watching that and just going to adjust it here. So I think we need a little bit more. So loosen it up a little bit. And then it should just fit right in just like that. Yeah, it's pretty snug. So then we'll do the same thing on the other side. There you go. It's all good. So now let's put the racks in. I like it because it's got a little stop system here, so when you pull it out and you want to check on whatever you're cooking, you can just pull it out and then slide it right back in, just like that. So these fit great. I've got everything installed. What I am going to do off camera though is we're going to take a paper towel and rub these down with some vegetable oil, because they have a little bit of like machine grease from where they were made. So that's normal. But we'll take these out. I just want to make sure everything fit good. Everything's looking really good. Alright, so we've got these sprayed down. I sprayed them down with some Pam. So you see they're gliding super easy. Really nice. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed so far. It's nice to have all this extra space because there was a lot of dead space up here because we just had one rack at the bottom. So I've got these sprayed down, so now we're going to start the seasoning process. So the only thing that I can see, and you know I'm going to keep it real with you guys, give you an honest opinion, is there's missing a little bit of expanded metal right there. If you can see it, it's missing the link. But that's not the end of the world. That could have happened during shipping. You never know. But that's the only thing so far. Everything else I'm pretty impressed. So we're going to get this thing seasoned up so we can get some ribs on here. So now that we've got this thing up and rolling, you can see the smokestack is really pumping it out. It's kind of nice to direct it off the porch. So we're going to pump it up to 300 degrees and let it go for 1 hour. So that'll season the grates and get those nice and sealed. Kill any kind of contaminants or germs and get them ready for the food. Alright guys, so we're back inside. I have 12 racks of baby back ribs, and then I have one extra over here because I couldn't fit all 12 on the butcher paper. But I've got all the membranes pulled. We're just going to season these things up, let them sit out for 30 minutes, and then the seasoning should be done on the grill, so we're going to throw these babies on. We're putting this thing to the test. I'm totally loading it down with ribs. So we're just going to take a grill brush, get off any kind of leftover stuff that we don't want to be on our food. Alright, moment of truth, guys. Got our ribs here. They've sweated in really nicely. We're gonna do one rack at a time. So let's open this thing up. I've cranked it down to 200 degrees just because if you've watched my channel, you kind of know I like to start off with like some heavy smoke. We're gonna start with that bottom grate. We're gonna put the thickest part of the rib back towards the back of the grill. You guys are witnessing the very first cook on these racks, so it's gonna be a good one. Look at that, it fits 4 racks of baby backs perfectly. So we've got that bottom rack loaded in. Go ahead and push it in. Let me go grab the rest of the ribs and we'll load this thing down. So it's been 1 hour. We're going to check on these things, see if we need to rotate them, and we're going to get ready to spritz. Alright, these things are looking pretty good. Got some bark setting in here. Pull these out. Nothing looks dry, so that's a good thing. So I don't even think we need to spritz these. I think we just need to crank it up a little bit. It's been 1 hour. I'm gonna leave them where they're at. Everything looks okay. So all we're gonna do is crank this up to 250 for 30 minutes, and then we'll check back on them. So 30 more minutes going by. Now we're starting to set that bark in. Bring you in here so you can see that bark's really setting. Got our middle rack here. Everything's still looking juicy. Let's check our bottom rack. Oh yeah, things are looking really good. This is doing a good job. I can definitely tell it's making the pellet smoker work a lot harder just because we're loaded down. But the top rack actually looks a little bit drier than the other two. Maybe the grease is dripping down on the other racks. But what we're going to do, I'm going to take the top rack and switch it with the bottom rack. Alright. So take this rack, I'll put it off to the side here. Now pull this bottom rack out and go ahead and turn them around also. So we got this here. I'm just going to turn it around, put it on the top rack. Then we'll continue to do this. But so far, so good. Everything looks really nice. Nothing's drying out. So slide that back in. And there you go. So now that everything's turned around, we've got a mixture here of apple cider vinegar and water, just to spritz. So this is what's really nice about pulling these grates out. I can really access for the spritz. So we'll spritz these things down, make sure everything stays nice and juicy. We'll let these keep going, and then I'll crank up the temperature now to 275. We'll let that go for about 30 more minutes, and then we'll check back. Alright, so it's been another 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip these over. I might switch these two, so you see this is a little bit, this one is a little bit lighter in color than the one over here, so I'm going to go ahead and switch from right to left also. So I'm going to flip them over, switch them, put this one on top. Other than that, these things are looking really good. So I think maybe 30 more minutes and then we'll wrap them up. But the racks themselves, meaning the grill racks, are doing a really good job. So we'll let these go for about 30 more minutes face down, and then we'll be ready to wrap them up. Alright, time to remove them. So got this aluminum pan here. I'm going to take from the top first. So let's take one last look at those before we wrap them up. Good color, everything looks awesome. Yeah, that's some good color on those. And then we will wrap these up. So I'm just going to do a basic wrap for this cook. It's going to be just your typical brown sugar, butter, sauce rub. So we'll get these things inside, get them wrapped up, and I'm going to bring them right back out, and I'll just do 4 racks at a time. Alright, so So one last thing to do, just throw these on in the middle. And as you can see, the aluminum foil has kind of made it to where it wants to bring that other rack with me. But that's alright. We got just enough space there. Just enough. There we go. Push everything back in there. And at this point, I've cranked the grill up to 325. So we'll let those wrap ribs come up to temperature and finish them off. Alright, time to pull these things. So since we checked the bottom, we're going to pull the bottom. I know these are done. And we'll slice them up. Show you guys what we're working with here. So since these are done, I'm going to start moving some racks down. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And then let's move some of these down here. So we can get these done even faster. Alright. So now it's to speed it up a little bit. Let's take those inside and let's slice them up. Alright, so we're back inside at my cutting board. Let's break into these things, see what we're working with here. They smell awesome. They've been smelling good all day. So what I'm going to do first is paint a little bit of sauce on this, right on the BB Barbecue logo there. Just because I'm going to put these face down. So let's put them face down here. So you can see the exposed bones. That's a good thing. Knowing that they're done, they're super tender. Get you a sharp knife, let's follow these bones here. So the baby backs usually run kind of sideways with the bones. Oh yeah, these are going to be really good. Take a look at these things here. Good smoke ring, good moisture. Well, that's a rib there. Alright guys, so I finished all the ribs. We've tested the Gen 2 rack from Pimp My Grill for my Green Mountain Grill. That thing's 2 thumbs up in my opinion. If you have a pellet smoker, check out their website at pimpmygrill.com. They've got all different types of things for different pellet smokers, rack systems, the smokestack, all of it. Increasing the capacity of my pellet smoker was really nice, so then I could cook multiple things. But let's check this thing out. I want to show you what they look like now. Grates look like now, nice and broken in. That's how you season some new grates right there. 12 racks of ribs, and that's what they look like. I really like the smokestack as well. That was a nice touch. Shout out to Eric from Pimp My Grill for sending me that, and the sweet badge. That's all I got for you this time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Till next time guys, see you down the road.